Hi there everyone and welcome back to the Deercast. Today I'm bringing you another review, this time of something that I've been using for the last 2 or 3 months. It is the Deer Central Pro Leather Sling. I'm just going to turn to give you a bit of a sort of back view of how this all comes together. We picked this up at the Stalking Show from Ben, and he very kindly given us this to have a bit of a play with. So just to give you a bit of a summary of how it works, it's basically a normal sling like this, and then you've got this sort of Z sling adapter that comes round and hooks around your body to sort of tie the whole thing in, and it clips in onto your shoulder just like that. So you're sort of walking along like this, and it's really comfy because you haven't got to hold this strap on at all, because this keeps it all in place, so you can sort of mosey around like you would with the Nigolo sort of rucksack sling. If you haven't already seen our review on that, go back and watch that as well. But it's got the sort of added benefit that it's not, I think it's probably easier to take on and off than that, because the Nigolo sling is a bit more like kind of putting on a rucksack, and you have to sort of slip it all around your back. This is kind of a bit of a middle ground between that, because all you do is you sling your rifle over your shoulder like normal, and then you just reach behind you, grab the little additional bit and click it right onto your shoulder there, and then when you see a deer you just take it off like that, and you're ready to pull the rifle around and take a shot. It secures round your palm swell just with a normal sort of loop, so if you can see that there. In terms of build quality, very, very well made by Deer Central. Obviously you've got this really nice big leather pad, so even if you've got quite a heavy rifle, that is going to spread the weight of it out really nicely. Everything else is sort of very very well put together, very nicely stitched. Got a little Deer Central logo on there, made in the UK, so that's really good. All of the sort of buckles and everything like that, quite sort of heavy duty, and I can't imagine sort of snapping one of them. So I've only had it, like I say, really used it for a couple of months, and I haven't done a full kind of fallow season with it yet, but from an initial look, it's really, really cool. It just makes carrying this rifle in particular, I find, so much more comfy, and it just frees your hands up for, you know, using your thermal, for dragging a deer, for whatever. I feel like I don't really notice the rifle on my back, but then it's so much easier to put on than the Nigolo sling, which I just really find is a bit of a faff. The things that I don't like about it are, firstly, when you take this off and you swing the rifle around like this to go and put it on the sticks or whatever, you've got obviously this slingy little bit of stuff, so a lot of the time that will kind of come over my scope and end up like that, which I then have to sort of sling around, and I then also sort of worry that deer are kind of looking at this bit of stuff that's sort of swinging all over the place. You've suddenly got a lot of bits of material hanging off your rifle. That's something that you sort of similarly have with the Nigolo sling, but everything's kind of attached, so you haven't got something swinging that can easily hike over your rifle like that. The other thing I don't particularly like, and I'm not sure there is a sort of easy solution, is that when you go to click this on, the clip is quite noisy, so you always get, I suppose you could, when you're sort of putting this on, it's unlikely that you're going to have deer in front of you, and actually taking it off, if I can show you, taking it off, you can kind of basically do completely silently, just like that. So there's not really any noise. But also, this isn't, this only actually clips on one way. So if you went to go and clip it on backwards like that, it wouldn't actually work at all. It just slips off. So you have to have it on around like that, that direction. So that is the Deer Central Sling. It is about 60 quid, I think, on their website. I think if you go on there, you can get a discounted one as well, if you are happy with one that's had a bit of like a stitching problem or something like that. But according to Deer Central, they're just as good. They just sort of had some manufacturing defects. I think you can get one of those for about 30 quid. In my view, well worth the money. I don't think you're going to get another sling like this, I think, for that sort of cash. The Nigolo ones, I think, are more than that. and actually I think this is a more versatile, better thing that I can really see keeping on this rifle for quite a long time. But like I say, I've only been using it for a couple of months, so we'll probably bring you another longer term review, possibly after the fallow season. So do keep your eyes peeled. If anyone's got one of these and has any thoughts, then please pop them in the comment section as always. Otherwise, please do like, comment and subscribe.